I didn't realize that Escape from New York was a documentary. What's happening? Like salutations, my lovely little lunatics. It's me, your good old friendly internet psychopath, Insanity. And today we're going to be talking about the city that never sleeps. Well, it's going to have to be sleeping soon. I mean, after all, with all the things going on there, I don't think anyone's going to want to be there anymore. True. So let's start out. Yeah. So things haven't been going too well for good old New York City. And mainly, it's at the hands of Blasio and Cuomo. You mean the news anchor guy? No, not that one. The other one. Oh. So, anyhow, as we all know, a lot of bad stuff's been going on in New York. Having problems with the police, and then they're also having problems with all the COVID. Yeah, they really got dunked on. Well, once again, that's de Blasio and all them to say, come down to Chinatown. There ain't nothing wrong here. Isn't that right, Pelosi? Man, that didn't age well. Not at all. Anywho, there was also a little few things. Let's take a quick little look-see and kaboom. Cuomo calls on the wealthy New Yorkers to come back. I'll buy you a drink. Now, what exactly happened? Basically, with all the things going on with COVID, and everyone's saying, tax the rich, tax them more, tax them more. And then everything will be fine. No, it's sorry, people, it don't work that way. Andrew, what was it? Whoever the one guy is, Bezos. Bezos doesn't literally have all that money cash. No, he has it in stocks and all, and you can't just, and that stocks and all that, it's not just literally, here's my money. No, that's not how it works. So people were screaming at them to come on, tax the rich, tax the rich, tax the rich, tax the rich, tax the rich. Tax the rich. Have you been drinking? A little bit. But what ended up happening, so of course, then they do the quarantine, then they do the shutdown. And there ain't no money coming in. So the other people who don't have jobs and stuff, they want to tax the rich even more to keep everything going. And things are going pretty poorly. Am I correct? Aren't like their metros and all that falling apart? The subways? I kind of think so. But, let's take a look at this. New York governor pushes back against calls to raise taxes on the wealthy. They're not coming back. Which, of course, we'll read little snippets from this. I literally talked to people all day long who are now in the Hampton houses who also lived here, or in their Hudson Valley houses, or in their Connecticut weekend houses. And I say, you gotta come back. When are you coming back? Cuomo said during a press meeting, we'll go to dinner. I'll buy you a drink. Come over, I'll cook. Yeah, that's how bad it's getting. Today's numbers. Of the 72,668 tests reported yesterday, 636 were positive. So yeah, this is they're kind of just, they're saying, it's going down. Come on back, it's going down. Yeah. But, here's the big thing, Cuomo. It's obvious you've shown that, what is this? Pay no attention to that. Anywho, it's obvious that things aren't going well. Because that leads us to this. Kablanskis! De Blasio announces coronavirus quarantine checks at major entry points to New York City. So you're gonna lock the city down? And then, once you're in, you have to do a 14-day quarantine. It's not for all of New York, it's for New York City. So, once again, it's literally becoming a prison island. You okay there? I had a little bit of something in my teeth. But how could something get in between those teeth? Anyhow, Mayor de Blasio announced checkpoints for the bridge and tunnel crowd to comply with state's mandatory 14-day coronavirus quarantine rule for the arriving from COVID-19 hotspots. We're going to have to live with CCP-19. It's not going anywhere. Yes, the number of cases is going up because that's what we're doing more testings, but the overall deaths are going down. Because, yeah, now that we can test a bunch more people are going to have it. But unless you pull a Cuomo and start putting people who have COVID in old folks' homes, causing over 6,000 deaths, Not kidding about that.
And of course, they don't want to say, he doesn't want to accept blame.
Yeah, but it's literally his fault. That lets you know. De Blasio didn't take it seriously, and Cuomo made it worse. They, the visitors, will be reminded that it is required, not optional. So why would I want to go there? Why would I want to waste my time? Okay, yeah, now the richer people, maybe they can have their penthouses. But once again, why would I go there? Because also, this is happening. Kablam!
It just keeps getting worse.
It really does. I mean, overall, look. New York's wealthy Upper East Side reports a shocking 286% increase in robberies, with armed gunmen holding up residents just feet from the home of billionaires. So why would I show up? You're also dealing with defunding your police and all that stuff? Why would I do anything about that? Why would I go to that hellhole? It's breaking down. The normal people are screaming to charge the rich more, so the rich don't want to show up. And now this is happening? And then you've got the whole checkpoint system. Once again, without what happened, without New York, our numbers would be way down. God, let's just continue. 27 robberies have taken place on Manhattan's Upper East Side over the past 4 weeks, a 296% increase when compared to the same time last year. 27 robberies on the once again, the Upper East Side, right next to billionaires' homes. This ain't counting everywhere else. Over the weekend, cops charged 3 teenagers for a spat of armed holdups that took place near the homes of billionaires Henry Kravis and John Paulson. So the people are desperate, and they're talking about locking down again, which is very retarded, because they're saying because once again they're holding on to what hope, Bob?
That everyone will somehow think it's Trump's fault.
Even after he said, I don't have actual jurisdiction. What is it, like the 10th Amendment, that the federal government can't really interact and do all over the states or something like that?
Pretty much.
How is this Trump's fault? Trump's saying open up. Places that are opening up, yeah, there are spikes, but once again, most people are fine. An analysis of data reveals that robberies are also on the rise in other affluent Manhattan neighborhoods, including the Tribeca, Soho, and West Village. It's proof that New York's wealthiest residents are not immune from crime spikes gripping the city. So once again, this whole thing is just from the rich side. Imagine everywhere else. New York City has reported a 177% increase in shootings in July when compared to the same month last year. Murders spiked by 20%.
This really is becoming like Escape from New York.
Yep, pretty much. They got checkpoints. They got a ravaging disease. Not really as bad, but they have Cuomo and de Blasio making it a lot worse. And now they have crime skyrocketing through the roof. Cuomo said it. What was it? He prays to God that the rich don't leave. And they left. And now he's begging them to come back. But why should they? Why should they, Cuomo? Why should they come back? When it's obvious you can't take care of them. Wealthiest figures causing alarm in the rich neighborhoods where residents boast an average annual income of $322,400. Whew! Just spiking. It just keeps going up. So yeah. Escape from New York ain't that far off. It is gonna one day be a documentary. And who do you have to blame for all this? Well, it's very simple. De Blasio, Cuomo, and the like. Because they could have done stuff. They could have actually helped their people, but they decided not to. Run politics. Tribal politics are far more important than actually taking care of our citizens. And it's funny because this also points, because you go to Cuomo's approval rating and it's through the roof and all that stuff. And I'm just like, He's responsible for over 6,000 people dying because of his orders. He didn't take it, de Blasio didn't take it seriously. Pelosi didn't take it seriously. Come on down to Chinatown. God, it's so sad. I feel so bad for the people. But I feel so bad for the normal people stuck in this situation because they can't just up and leave.
Although isn't the truancy thing?
Oh, people leaving people actually just up and leaving their apartments and all that.
Isn't that up like crazy?
Yeah, because they don't want to be there anymore and they can't afford it. And then if they do another shutdown, what was it? Actually, oh God, yeah, what was it? The UN, I think. Yeah, it was the UN. Because of all these economic shutdowns, 250 million people are going to die due to famine. Or starve to death, I think. I think it was die, yeah. But yeah, it really shows you what happens when you vote for these kind of people. They don't care about you. He didn't care until the rich left. Just like the one mayor of Seattle didn't care until they showed up at her home. Truly a sad, sad state. Eventually, New York will literally just be a monument to all the things why big cities just don't work. And why, when you keep voting Democrat, keep voting these people back in again and again and again, everything fails. But anyhow, that's the end of this little video on the City of Lights, which will be going dark probably really soon when they can no longer pay for the bills. I think also, what was it, getting rid of like 22,000 civilian, like, city employees. God, that is terrible. But anyway, if you like this alright, then shake your like button and subscribe for more
Insanity!
and I will see you all later.